end of corporate welfare. What about another area close to your heart, farming? You've got a property in Goulburn, drought assistance. There's a call today from the National Farmers Federation, of which your father was the head of for many years. Now they want a national emergency fund to be set up for these times of drought. What's the difference there? I mean, in some years of drought, farmers and prosperity, farmers are making a lot of money. Shouldn't they be putting money into some sort of collective? Should it be up to the government?
Well, I welcome the contribution from the NFF. I always do. I think it's a wonderful organisation and it's been a major contributor to policy for many years. I mean, we haven't endorsed or otherwise the NFF contribution yet. We haven't really had time to absorb it. What we do know is that, there is significant pain, particularly in northern New South Wales and Queensland. There's a short-term package in place already, which the last government put in place and which we're supporting, a household farm allowance package. But I think with drought, the much more fundamental issue that the last government didn't understand and had no comprehension of is the structural problems in the agricultural sector. We've got very weak balance sheets. We've got farm debt levels that have gone from 30 to 70 billion in the last decade. And we have had shocking policy destroying markets like we've seen in the live cattle market, which is really impacting these drought affected areas. Those long term, we've got to deal with the short term, and we will, and these things like the NFF is putting forward are under consideration. But I am determined to make sure we're not back in 3 years' time because we haven't solved the fundamental structural issues here.
Okay, and given, I mean, the current crisis, it seems to have perhaps emerged a bit more quickly or suddenly than people realised, but if this is such an urgent issue, what's happened so far in the time the Abbott government has been in power to make any changes?
Well, you know, we're reviewing the issue right now. We've already said that. We have a household allowance package,
which was already in place.
Which was in place, and we're looking at it now. But drought doesn't sort of emerge over 2 years. It has been getting worse, and it hasn't rained. So now is the time to look at this, and that's exactly what we're doing. But as I say, I'm determined to make sure that we're not back talking about this in 3 years' time because of the structural weaknesses created by 6 years of appalling agricultural policy.